Hi. Have you ever had a gown or a dress shortened and for some reason it ends up wrong? Too short, too long, crooked? And of course you're going to blame the clothing alteration shop that did it or the person who did it because obviously it's their fault. Well, what I'd like to do is actually dispel a myth here. It is their fault in one sense, but not in another. What I would like to do is tell you a story. And this story could save you from having a gown or a dress ruined because when it was shortened or when it gets shortened, it ends up too short, too long, or crooked. So this began back in 1998. I opened my first shop in Sydney. And a lady came in my first week of opening, and she had a gown, a fairly full gown. And she said to me, would I please shorten it 2 inches? I work in imperial, but metric wise, so roughly 5 centimeters. So I said to her, look, that's fine, I can do that, but this being a fairly full gown, are you sure that 2 inches is right? Because, she'd pinned it herself, and did she need help in that area? And B, what I said was, look, when garments are made, they can hang in a shop for quite some time. And so when there's a full skirt, and part of it is going to be cut on what they call the bias, which means it can drop, then sections of the gown is going to be longer than other sections. And I said, besides which, everyone's body shape is different. And so what can generally happen, probably 90% of the time, on a full gown, which is fairly high statistics, the back is going to be shorter than the front if we alter it the same all the way around. And in some cases, that back could be 2 inches shorter or 3 inches shorter. So what I asked her to do, I said to her, just humour me. I had a fitting room, and I said, would you mind putting it on? You've got the shoes. She happened to have the shoes with her, the right length. Could you put the shoes on? And what I would like to do is help you get the right length. So what I did was, when she came out, we worked out what she wanted at the very front. And in this case, she wanted it about 1 inch off the ground, or roughly say 2 centimeters. And so then once we determined that, then I said to her, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to pin every 6 inches or 10 centimeters, and I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to measure it so it's 1 inch off the ground all the way around your gown. And where I measure it, I'm going to place 2 pins in a cross. And I do that because pins fall out, but cross pins generally don't. Or if one falls out, at least, you've still got one there. So I did that, and when she came out of the fitting room and I put it up on the table and I said, okay, have a look at this, you could see that the back wasn't going up as much as the front, a significant smaller amount, and even the sides. So there were sections around it where it had been folded up where it was completely different. So, the moral to that story is, if you have a gown, a full gown, and you want to get that shortened, and most people do end up having gowns shortened because we're not all, 6'2", then you need to wear the shoes that you're going to wear on the occasion, and you need someone to do what I did for that lady. And that will save you an absolute fortune. So this type of information is the kind of information that I share in my online tutorial Magic Circle. In Magic Circle, I have created videos which show people how to alter clothes, how to get them the right length, what are the pitfalls, what are the things that can go wrong. My videos have voiceovers. Look, they're not done in a studio, no, and I'm the first to admit that. This is just me doing a video, sharing my 20 years experience and my 6 shops that I've had and the people I've trained and the books that I've written. This is just me sharing my information with you. So what I see is a reasonable amount of money to pay for that kind of knowledge, you can do it on a monthly, quarterly, yearly basis, or you can just do, with renewal, or you can just do a one-off payment for the year, and then you can review it and say, okay, yes, I want to continue, no, I don't. But I'm constantly putting videos in there so that, when an alteration comes along, or a dress comes along, or, you go and buy something, you think, oh, how do I do that? Or you have a repair that needs to be done on a garment and you're not sure how to go about that. There's all that kind of thing in there. In fact, at the moment, there's 80 videos in there. It's all just specifically clothes alterations. So I hope you've gained some little bit of knowledge from this video, and I'm really happy to share the knowledge with you, and I look forward to seeing you joining Magic Circle. Happy altering!